you were in ninth grade when you started a bank.
I'm a Marwadi.
You were 15 when you left home without informing your parents.
Without telling anybody. First went slippers, then wallet. The motive should be clear. If you're going to Shark Tank for funding, don't go. मुझे Byju's and Unacademy को acquire करना. I was found 15 kilometers away by the police. We want to help 1 billion kids achieve their dreams.
Today I'm here with Shreyaan Daga. He's, I don't know what his age is right now. He's probably 20, but he was the youngest contestant on Shark Tank at the age of 18 for season 2. But he started his interest in business and entrepreneurship way before that. And he also left his home when he was only 15 years old without telling his parents. So we're going to be delving into all these topics today. Shreyaan, welcome to the show, Celebprenuers. To start off with, you were in ninth grade when you started a bank. You were in school that time and you started a bank where you would lend money to your classmates for canteen food. And is this correct? You charge them 45% interest.
Yeah.
A ruthless businessman. Tell me about it.
I'm a Marwadi, so it runs in my genes. Business. And when you talk about that time, like I was always into finding opportunities. So my school, like Cathedral and John Connon School, so outside my school canteen, everybody used to come and ask for money, and it's a school filled with rich, spoiled kids. So I used to give 500 rupees, and next week I would charge 700 rupees as with interest. So in 1 week, 45% interest. And within, I think, a few weeks, I had a good amount of money. But then someone got 2,000 rupees to pay me back and lost that money and went to the principal and complained that I lost 2,000 rupees. She said, "Why did you get 2,000 rupees to school?"
Oh,
He's
God.
like, "To pay Shreyaan." He's like, "Who is this Shreyaan?" So then I got caught, and then I got suspended from school. My parents were called. They're like, "What's the problem? What happened?" They were like, "He's doing business in school premises." In 7th standard, we learned simple interest. So I was like, we just implemented it. And
Is that what you told the principal?
I told that, and then she got pissed off. Then she suspended me.
Then she suspended you.
Yeah.
So for how long did she suspend you?
It was around 1.5 weeks. I had to get a checkbox thing done, and was like,
So for 1.5 weeks you were suspended from school.
yeah.
Okay.
It was like it's like the one warning. If you get 3 warnings, you're removed. So it's a pink card kind of thing.
Okay.
And it's the worst thing you can get after doing something bad. So
Right. And this idea of starting this whatever bank and lending it to people, how did that sort of come to you? I mean, I get it. Simple interest, when a lot of us have studied simple interest, this idea did not come to our mind. So how did the idea come to your mind?
I was like, let's. So I always wanted a phone. I had a very bad phone, okay, and I wanted a good phone. So I went up to my nani. I used to stay with my nani. I was like, "मुझे phone चाहिए." So she's like, नहीं मिलेगा. Typical for you get rejected by your parents when you want something, right? So I said, "मुझे चाहिए." She said no. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna earn the money myself and do it. And that's when I started searching for opportunities. And this opportunity clicked, which was key. Let's give loans.
Okay. And how many? I mean, this carried on for how long before, of course, the suspension
It
happened?
was around a month, 1.5 months. Max.
Oh, just a month.
Yeah,
Just a month. Okay. And clearly an unconventional approach which led to your suspension. But before this, also in 7th grade, you were studying stock markets.
Yeah, I was in an internship.
In an internship.
Yeah.
So when you told your parents you wanted to do an internship, even in class 7, what did they say? They like, first just concentrate on school, na? Achha, they pushed you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, so my family background is from stock market, so they pushed me. They're like, go do internship in stock market. So every day 9 a.m. I used to enter the office. 9:15 bell rings. 3:30 I would leave. So I was there researching, and how I researched was actually something that might help someone. So I used to go for FMCG products to research. I used to stand in this. So my mama, he told me, go stand in a store and just write down what people are buying for the entire day. So one day I was just writing down what people are buying, and then at the end of the day I would buy the most bought products and I would try it myself.
Okay.
And then after that the product, uske piche I would turn it around and read the label, manufactured and marketed by. If it was a limited company, then I would then go into the financials of that company and research about it. So that's how I learned. So when we were going to invest in Cafe Coffee Day, we were like, okay, let's go to Cafe Coffee Day. Let's see how it works. So we went offline, we saw the experience, we ordered things from the menu, and then after that we were like, okay, now let's decide to see the financials of it, see the back end of it. First, the experience, customer experience and product. That was something that mattered the most.
So that's actually pretty good advice for the others, like you said, to sort of follow that.
Yeah.
In what stocks or what companies they should sort of invest in. Now, the one thing which I've always wanted to know, and I remember I met you around maybe 2 years back. There was this get together which was thrown up, I believe, by Nidhi Ketwani. Now, you were 15 when you left home without informing your parents. Okay, now you started a bank. Okay, you did an internship in the stock market, class 7, fine. What exactly happened over here?
After, there's this textbook, history textbook in our school where it's about Gautam Buddha.
Right.
So I was studying for my exams. It was 9th standard. I was studying for my exams in the end, last final exams. And I was so inspired by that story that he took all of his belongings, and even after being a king, he left home. And till date, people still worship him. There were kings in our past, Akbar, Birbal, all those, Akbar, then Aurangzeb,
Right.
all these kings. But nobody worships them, and nobody is like, they still don't think of them as a king till date. But he was a king who left all the materialistic things, and he's still a king till now in a spiritual world. So that was like a spiritual journey for me. I was like, if he can do it at that level when he's a king, I'm a nobody, right? I'll just take everything. And I walked all my favorite belongings, and without telling anybody, I first, in my cycle and my slippers and all, I took it and I went out of home. First went slippers, then wallet, then by the time I gave my cycle, so I gave it to this child.
You gave your cycle away.
Yeah.
So no, but these are the things which you were taking that you will take along with yourself, right?
No, these were my most favorite belongings.
Which you wanted to give away.
Yeah.
You had decided you wanted to give it away.
Yeah.
Okay, so you took your slippers, you took your cycle, you took your wallet.
Yeah.
Okay, then?
So I gave the cycle. So I started from Nepencey Road. That's where I used to live. And on Seaface, I gave away my cycle to this child. He was wearing a green t-shirt, dark green t-shirt, dark complexion. So he took the cycle and he smiled so wide, I can still remember his teeth today. And he said, "Bhaiya, mera sapna pura ho gaya." And that gave me a dawning at that time कि there's something bigger than me that I can do. So I continued walking barefoot, no belongings.
What about the slippers? Slippers you've given it to somebody else?
Yeah.
Some other person?
Some other person.
Wallet also?
Wallet,
The
money,
credit cards, debit cards in
everything.
it?
I didn't. I was 9th standard. I didn't have any
No,
debit.
but the kind of things which
Money.
you've done before 9th standard, I have to ask, na? So,
No, I had money, cash
money,
in it around
cash,
3,000-4,000, so वो दे दिया. Then I was found 15 kilometers away by the police around 3.5-4 hours later, and they found me walking barefoot through CCTV cameras because my parents, my nani started doubting कि ये लड़का कहाँ गया 4 घंटे हो गए अभी तक नहीं मिला वापस नहीं आया. He said साइकिल करके जा रहा है कहीं पे और वापस ही नहीं आया. And it was such a shock for them that why would someone do that? They thought it was because my nani was shouting at me or I was scared for exams or something like that. They never expected this as the reason.
That you took your history textbook very seriously.
I took it very seriously.
So 4 hours later is when the police tracked you down after your nanny filed a police complaint.
Yeah, so they had connects, so they started through the CCTV. Started one person went from Mahim, only someone works out there, family friend, and they said ki, go and check in that CCTV station. So they somehow found out and they saw ki ye ladka idhar chal raha hai. He came, picked me up, and then full family.
Who came picked you up? That person.
Yeah, that person. And I told him, no, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to continue walking.
And you were barefoot that time?
Yeah, barefoot, heat, everything. And then finally, they found me, and then Nanu, everybody started crying. Mom, God, like, what have you done? And then my dad said one thing that still stuck with me today. He said कि अगर तू इतना बड़ा risk ले सकता है life में, तो there is nothing that's stopping you,
मेरा बेटा बड़ा होके बहुत बड़ा बिजनेसमैन बनने वाला है, शार्क टैंक पे आएगा।
शार्क टैंक तो छोटा है अभी। He said कि अगर तू ये कर सकता है तो लाइफ में कुछ भी कर सकता है basically। तो
So he was like sort of giving like a motivating twist to the entire thing.
Yeah.
When everybody else was sort of crying, justifiably so.
Yeah.
But did you not think that time ki, I mean, I understand you were in class, what, 9? You were 15 years old.
Yeah.
So did you not think what would my parents or Nani go through? That thought did not cross your mind?
Honestly, no. But I still remember, so that it's like you're born once, but you're born second time when you find out why you're born. And that was my day when I found out ki, okay, I'm born for this.
What are you born for? For the fact that you wanted to leave your belongings and all?
For that kid, when I gave him, he said, Bhaiya, mera sapna pura ho gaya. And that moment I found out, okay, I want to help kids fulfill their dreams. So that's my why.
So that sort of circulated into later on you founding your company.
Yeah.
Right, which is OLL, Online Live Learning.
Yeah.
So how did that happen? When did you found your company?
So that
you're
was
back home.
Feb 2020.
Yeah.
This
is Feb 2020. This is just before the pandemic.
Just before 15th Feb 2020.
God, you're a pretty big stress giver. Okay, then.
After that, April 4th, 2020, I started OLL.
Perfect time because digital that time was just picking up like crazy.
Yeah, and the goal was clear. We want to help 1 billion kids achieve their dreams.
Okay.
So making them capable enough कि they are any individual, we want to make them so good that they can on their own work and achieve their dreams. Skill them enough. Right? So the entire goal was whatever 1 billion kids to fulfill their dreams. So how do they fulfill their dreams? They need to be skilled enough. They need to know how to earn money. They need to do things that are required in today's world. So that's how it started.
So for the ones who don't know, tell us about OLL. What exactly does OLL do? I mean, we get a brief idea that it's about skilling youngsters, but what does it entail? How do you go about it?
So OLL currently is it's a skill training platform where school students learn skills apart from academics and learn it completely hands-on, practically, with the most fun educators. The goal is to help them, make them capable enough to do that skill. So that's what OLL is providing. We are doing it through schools, offline, online, one-on-one, at home, these 3 ways. So we're teaching around 50,000 kids on a daily basis today.
50,000 kids?
Yeah.
That's your current database?
Current daily learners.
Okay, and obviously it's through the app or the website, whatever, and even offline.
Yeah, offline is a bigger market right now.
Offline, yeah, currently, of course, apart from the pandemic and all. And how did the sort of jump to Shark Tank happen? How did you get involved in Shark Tank?
So this was when I was 17. I applied just random website, Shark Tank India, applied. There were around 4 rounds of selection. So first they take your pitch, startup pitch, and then you have to upload a video, and then you have to physically go to a center where they take your interview. What are they looking for is, at the end of the day, it's a TV show. story है, बिकना चाहिए, right? So they're looking for some masala entertainment, something unique, something that'll sell on media. So they saw that I matched all those things, plus my business was doing well. They verified, due diligence, everything. So these two things clicked in, and then you get selected for Shark Tank. And it was in August 2022 when I pitched to the Sharks, when it got recorded.
Okay.
And in Feb 2023 it aired.
So how was the Shark Tank experience?
It was good. Like, every person in the team was fantastic. Airing, if the motive should be clear. If you're going to Shark Tank for funding, don't go.
Then?
If you're
For
going to
what?
Shark Tank for marketing, then
For
you-
sure, yeah. I mean, no marketing of a business or entrepreneurial venture like Shark Tank in the current scenario.
Yeah.
So what did you go to Shark Tank for? I mean, of course, you literally just tried ki I'll send a mail, I'll send a message, and it worked out.
It worked
But ultimately, what was your goal for going to Shark Tank?
Getting that outreach. So it has built that kind of recognition that Shreyaan is a young entrepreneur who is doing something for the students, and that is then inspiring more young entrepreneurs to start up.
So what was the immediate sort of result? I mean, did people start recognizing you on the roads and stuff?
Yeah. So you won't believe it. Like, I went to, so almost all of the IITs have invited me for talks.
Oh, wow.
IIMs have used OLL as a case study.
Okay.
And when I went from an airport to a metro, people start, ये वो ही बंदा है जिसने बोला कि उसको बायजूस और अनअकैडमी खरीदना है.
Oh, you said that.
So in the pitch, Vinita Singh, the founder of Sugar Cosmetics, asked me कि what if Unacademy and Byju's जैसे बड़े-बड़े edtech companies want to buy your company and help you reach your mission. So my response was कि मुझे Byju's and Unacademy को acquire करना है. ये मेरा एक milestone है. And that became the most viral thing.
That clip
It went on every meme, every newspaper. I think even Free Press Journal, every other newspaper covered me on my face saying Byju's and Academy acquire karna on the homepage. So the next day after Shark Tank aired, literally every newspaper had me on the front page. I was like, what the hell? So
super marketing done.
yeah. And after that, we know so Namita Thapar asked at that time, 2022, what is the valuation of Byju's? And I said it $22 billion. And today the valuation of Byju's is...
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a steep drop in their valuation, in their respect, in their goodwill. A lot of stories which have come out. I mean, the whole scenario regarding Byju's has changed. Would you still want to buy Byju's?
If I get the chance. I've said it, I've committed, so I have to.
And you'll sort of completely turn it around also, which you will.
That is...
So you got the valuation. I mean, you got the funding.
Yeah.
So then later on, what happened?
So we got funding from Piyush Bansal and Vinita Singh on air. So this was August 2022, how I told you. It got recorded then. So that was the soft commitment they gave. After that, what usually happens is, they start a due diligence process. So they start interviewing the process, what's supposed to happen. But till the startup airs on TV, so till Feb 2023, they have no contact with you. And they don't help you out in any other way, and they don't even start the due diligence. So that's 8 months in, and your company could have grown however, right? Until 8 months, there was zero contact, like, okay, let's start.
That's quite a lot.
Now. Yeah. So then by the time they reached out, okay, now let's start doing the due diligence. Till that time, we had grown as a company way bigger than what they had valued us at. The valuation was the amount of revenue we were doing. So it didn't make sense to take a funding at that valuation. So we requested for a change, but they didn't accept. So then
you went on without their support after that, because obviously you had grown a lot.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, one of the stories about Shark Tank which a lot of people don't know, that 8 month gap, which is a hell lot.
Yeah. 6 to 8 months is minimum. They don't even, you know, until you air, they wait for you to air to even start the due diligence process. Because then automatically the value of the startup has increased. And then you get it at a discounted rate because of your brand value.
Ah. So what now? What lies in the future for you? Like, what exactly are you planning? Anything different in the future? What is the current state of OLL, and what are your plans?
Currently, 50,000 daily learners, goal 1 billion, dreams to be fulfilled.
And by when do you think you can fulfill this? I mean, by when do you think you can reach 1 billion?
I want to reach it before I'm 30. So right now I'm 20. So within the next 10 years.
And in the meantime, you're not going to be concentrating on any other new ventures. You're going to be concentrating specifically on this.
Yeah. Matlab, if it happens before, then good. But for me, it's been 5 years now. 2020 started. 2025 ho gaya. 5 years dedicated, get up in the morning, OLL, sleep in the night. I have 7 t-shirts of OLL. Every day I wear the same thing. So there's nothing that's going to change until I reach those 1 billion daily learners on OLL and I fulfill their dreams.
Right. I mean, that's quite a level of focus which you have. Interesting time. So we've got, you're 20 now.
Yeah.
In 10 more years, you're planning to reach a billion. We'll definitely be watching you. Very interesting, very hatke story, clearly. And all the best for the future. It was very interesting talking to you.
Thank you so much. I'm always, I love talking to you because you've done something amazing with your kind of, the way you talk as a, ye banda sahi hai, that type of feeling. You'll have to talk to you, you know. So
compliments are always welcome. Thank you so much. Take care.
Sure, yeah.